Hi kids, I know you are waiting for the next part of the Hotel Flamingo Life in Lockdown story by Alex Milway, and I am here again with the next part. And the good news is today I am going to read the last part of the story. So let's begin from where we have left yesterday night. Help for the hungry. Over the following week, the Hotel Flamingo delivery service grew from strength to strength, being the only staff member to be completely unfazed by Madame Pig. Eva became the new kitchen assistant, helping out with simple dishes and packing of meals. With the help of the royal penguins and their vast palace kitchen garden, Anna finally managed to source more ingredients. It soon became clear, however, that there were many more months on Animal Boulevard to feed than just the royals. "Excuse me," said a little dishevelled goat, knocking on the hotel door. "We are closed," said Tibia. "It's this lockdown? Sorry. I see that lemur carrying food around all day long," said the goat. "Have you got any spare?" "Don't you have any?" asked Tibia. "I live on the street," said the goat. "No one gives me any help now that there's no one in town. There's lots of us like it." Tibia hated the thought of people going hungry. "Wait here," he said. Tibia found Anna in her office and explained about the visitor. "She hasn't any food," said Tibia. "I don't think she has anywhere to sleep, and she's not the only one either." "Good grief," said Anna. "Find her some food, but don't let her leave. We have to do something." "Do something, miss?" he asked. Anna grew excited. "Leave this to me." Flicking through her address book, Anna found the phone number for the mayor of Sunset Isle. The mayor was a very powerful owl who had dined once or twice in the restaurant. Anna hoped she would remember her. She dialed the number and kept her fingers firmly crossed. "Oh, Miss Macaron," she said. "I'm calling from Hotel Flamingo. I have a very important question to ask." "Hoot, hoot," said Miss Macaron. "I am very busy, Miss Dupont. I have shops juggling. I have worried old folk with no one to talk to." "Then I shall come straight to the point," interrupted Anna. "I want your permission to open Hotel Flamingo to let in the homeless animals of Animal Boulevard." "You want to reopen the hotel?" said the mayor, letting out a little screech. "Why not?" said Anna. "We have all these empty rooms, and out on the streets there are hungry creatures with nowhere to live." "But it would be breaking all the rules," said Miss Macaron. "The virus would spread." "Not if we were clever," said Anna. "I would make sure we followed all the distancing and cleaning rules. We do have the best cleaner in town, after all. We could feed them as well. It has to be better than leaving them to go hungry." It took the mayor a long time to decide, but eventually she realized it was the best thing for everyone. "As long as you abide by the rules," said the mayor, "I don't see why not." Anna cheered, and then quickly remembered she was talking on the phone. "You won't regret it," said Anna. "I would better not," said the mayor. Anna called a meeting and talked to all her staff about her plans. "I have to get everyone's approval," she said. "If everyone agrees, then we can take in all the homeless creatures on Animal Boulevard." "We would be open again, miss," said Tibia, grinning happily. "Exactly that," said Anna. "While still closed in a sense." "But what about the virus?" said Limmy. "The guests would have to wear masks and quarantine in their rooms if anyone fell ill, like the rest of us," said Anna. "As long as we are sensible, we will stay safe." "Sure sounds wonderful," said Eva. "It would be nice to help out," said Jojo. Eventually everyone agreed. "And do you know what the best thing about this will be?" said Anna. Miss Fragranti will finally have an audience for her performance. Is this for real, darling? Exclaimed Miss Fragranti, spinning around on one leg. We will need to keep them occupied somehow, said Ona, as the hotel filled up with guests, many of whom had never set foot in a hotel before. Tibia started to feel like himself again. Somehow you always manage to keep things going, miss, said Tibia. It's not always easy, though, is it? Said Ona. This lockdown has tested all of us, I will say, said Tibia. Our new guests are the lucky ones. I bet there are many old folk out there living alone and without anyone like you to help them. Ona looked thoughtful. She knew her hotel could be a force for good and she was determined to help out in any way she could. It's time, Mr. Bear, darling, called Miss Fragranti from across the lobby. Ona looked puzzled. What's this? She asked. Tibia flushed red. I may, he stuttered. I may be taking part in their show. Ona jumped for joy. Now, she said. Miss Fragranti wrapped a huge feather bow around Tibia's neck and they walked downstairs to the ballroom. The seats were laid out with lots of space in between each, and as the flamingos and Tibia walked on stage, there was an enormous cheer. 1, 2, 3, 4, said Miss Fragranti. As the singing lifted the ceiling, everyone felt just a little bit more alive and a little bit more like normal than they had for a long time. Ona cheered and sang along. No matter how difficult life was on Animal Boulevard, she wasn't going to let anything wipe the enormous smile off her face. So that was the end of the story. Hope you like this story. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And I will see you with more interesting stories in the next video. Bye. Till then, bye bye.